Hi everyone, I'm back. I'm so sorry I had to restart my video. I left my phone in its wrong mode, so I was sideways for all of you. So I should be good now. I guess I got a little rusty not doing this for a couple of weeks. So anyway, I hope you all had a wonderful 4th of July. I'm just going to wait a little bit here to make sure everybody's logging on okay. We may not have as many tonight, I know, because of it being the holiday, but I wanted to pop on here and show you guys a few fun things that I've been working on and tell you a little bit about some awesome Stampin' Up! Promotions that are going on and answer any questions that you might have. So again, I apologize that I'm a little bit late. I had a couple customers come over to pick up some orders and look through my BOGO stuff. So speaking of BOGO stuff, most of you who are local, you may have come to my my BOGO sale here in my basement. I'm now offering that in an online format. So if you are not part of that group yet, please comment and let me know, and I will get you added, or my daughter-in-law Nicole will get you added. She's been assisting me with that online BOGO sale. So everything I have is posted and it works the same way. So if you're long distance, whatever you purchase out of there, hi Kathy, hi Natalie. Natalie's gone to a camp, so it's nice to see that she's been able to sneak on here for a couple minutes. But whatever you purchase out of that, the BOGO sale stuff, you get to pick out of the new catalog for free. So let's say you find $50 of stuff that you would like. You just give me a $50 order and I will send you all of this stuff that you purchased from my basement for free. Or you can just, if I see you, if you're local, I'll give it to you that way. So I just wanted to make sure you guys know that that is available. So if you are not part of that online BOGO sale and you would like to be, comment, we'll get you added, or at least give you the link. You may, if I'm not friends with you on Facebook, you may have to add yourself, but I can give you the link to be able to do that. So anyway, thank you guys for understanding that I wasn't live last week. I think it's been 2 weeks since I've been live. Last week was a vacation, quick trip to Ludington, Michigan to visit my friend Dawn. And the week before that was my first ever online bingo. And I see Sharon, hi Sharon, is on here. And Sharon was actually one of my ladies that took that online bingo, and I think we had fun. It was a lot of fun. So I'll be doing that again here in another month or so. So I hope to have more of you on that. It was so much fun. It took about I think it was an hour and 15 minutes, and that was my goal, and I accomplished that. So anyway, so it's nice to be back. I'll be back with you guys this week and next week. And then unfortunately, I'm going to be gone for another couple weeks. I'll be going on the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip that I've earned through my love of Stampin' Up! My whole family will be on an Alaskan cruise. And so I am so excited and so grateful for all of you for loving what I love, and excited that I'm getting to go on this amazing trip of a lifetime. So I'm going to get all choked up if I keep talking about it. So I'll be going to try to actually go live a couple times from Alaska. And so stay tuned to this page, because that is my goal, is to go live from Alaska, show you guys some beautiful scenery, and show you a little piece of what I'm able to do because of my love of stamping. Also, I'll be having a huge online ordering promotion while I am gone, as a thank you to all of my customers. So you will be getting an email about that as well. Just wanted to let you know. So first of all, remember that if you share this video, you guys are going to be getting into the drawing to receive some free things. So where we left off 2 weeks ago is anybody who shared my video was going to get in the drawing to receive some free cards. And it's 5 hand-stamped cards, beautiful hand-stamped cards. And so the winners of this from last week is Missy Lynch and Kay Phelps. Both of you are local. I see you both regularly, so you will both be getting your cards in the, not in the mail, hand-delivered to from me to you. And up for grabs this week, so again, start sharing this video. Up for grabs this week is a bolt of the Whisper White polka dot tulle ribbon and an ink pad color of your choice. Now I'm not sure if you guys can see these ink pads that are sitting here, so I'm going to move them over and I'm going to pick them up because I need to talk to you guys about, let me make sure I pick these up so you guys can see here. Can you guys see this awesome stack of ink pads? This ink pad stack, I have 2 of the new ink pad collections so far. This, I believe, is the Brights collection. And then I also have the Neutrals collection, okay? Each one of these collections is over a $65 value. And I don't normally promote a lot to you guys about joining Stampin' Up! Or buying the starter kit, but I have to during the month of July. So during the month of July, usually when you join Stampin' Up!, now you don't have to be a demonstrator to the extent that I'm a demonstrator, meaning if you don't want to do classes, that's okay. If you don't want to do Facebook Lives, that's okay. But you can get 20% off all of your Stampin' Up! Products. So I view it like if you were to go to Kohl's and you have a 20% off coupon, I mean, you go there to go shopping, right? So this is kind of the same way. That if you join Stampin' Up! During the month of July, you get the normal promotion, which is $125 of merchandise. You pay only $99 plus tax, free shipping, and you get to pick out over a $65 value of an ink collection. You can either get the brights, the subtles, the regals, the neutrals, or all the in color collection for free. Okay, now when you join Stampin' Up!, and again, the $125 in product is anything you want from the catalog. The process is very, very simple. I'd be happy to walk you through it. What I like about this is that there's no obligation for you to have to purchase anything additional. So let's say you want to join because you want these free ink pads, then I say do it. This is a huge value. This is when I joined Stampin' Up! 8 years ago. There was a huge promotion going on the kit, and I took advantage of it. Never in a million years did I ever dream of doing what I do today, but I love it and can't imagine my life not doing this. But I'm all about a good value, and this is a good value. So I'm really encouraging anybody who's got a wish list of over $125 to do this starter kit, okay? Even if you don't stay active for very long, I would love for you guys to get a whole 10-pack color collection, ink pads of your choice for free just by doing that, okay? So I'm not gonna go on too much longer about it after that, but if you are interested in that, let me know. I can show you the process. If you have any additional questions, I'd be happy to talk them through with you. But it is a huge, huge promotion. I'm so excited that Stampin' Up! Is offering that. So that is why one of my giveaways is an ink pad of your choice. So if you join Stampin' Up!, you're going to get 10 ink pads plus an option to get an additional one by just sharing my video tonight. So anyway, those are the two things that are up for grabs this week. And I want to talk to you a little bit also about a couple of other Stampin' Up! Promotions that are going on. We currently have a buy 3 get 1 free on our designer series paper. Now it's only select designer series paper, so it is not all of the paper, but I posted a graphic on my Facebook page showing you what ones were on sale. I can do that again. The awesome thing is that the paper that I'm going to be showcasing on my projects for you tonight is paper that's also on sale. So you could get that as part of the buy 3 get 1 free. That also only goes on during the month of July as well. So they usually always do this paper promotion in the summertime, and I love it. So anyway, two great promotions going on during the month of July. So I encourage you guys to look into that. I'm looking down at my paper for a minute to make sure I'm covering all the things that I want to cover with all of you guys. If any of you are new to joining me on Facebook Live, I want to make sure that you know other ways to connect with me. I have a website, kimsbasementbunch.com, and on that website there is a link to join my mailing list. I send out every Friday an email with two free tutorials for different cards that you can make using different product. That email is exclusive to only those on my email list. Okay, so if you're not on my email list and you're not currently getting those emails, please subscribe so that you can get those emails. I also do a Terrific Tuesday YouTube video, and I usually follow up with an email to my mailing list as well on Tuesdays with any kind of news-related information that I might have going on, like any online classes, any promotions that are going on. So I've talked about this paper a little bit in that email. Also the Stampin' Up! Starter kit promotion with the ink pads. So just different ways you connect with me. And but yeah, so in my Facebook group, I have Pinterest. I'm trying to get a little bit better at Pinterest. I feel like I'm not quite there yet because of my time commitment with just keeping up with everything else that I do, but I am on Pinterest, and then of course my Facebook Lives and my YouTube videos. And I do offer both online and face-to-face classes. So I've got a good customer base of people that take classes with me, both here, and I have a really awesome group of ladies over in the Thumb area of Michigan where I'm from that I go to on a regular basis as well. And I also have an amazing following starting to follow me a little bit online. So I appreciate all of you taking the time to do that. It means so much to me, so much. So anyway, so before I kind of go into anything further, I want to show you guys the product suite that I'm going to be sharing with you tonight. And when this catalog came out, this product suite instantly caught my eye. Most of you know that every day of my life, I wear a bow in my hair. It is just who I am. It defines me. So if you see my website has flowers, it's because of my flowers in my hair. It's just, you will not see me without a flower. The big joke yesterday was I didn't put any makeup on, which is huge for me. I very seldom go anywhere without makeup. But I didn't have any makeup on yesterday. And one of our friends stopped by and he said, "You don't have any makeup on today, but you still have a bow in your hair." And I went, "Yep, I still have a bow in my hair." So this Tropical Escape pattern just caught my eye, or this tropical is, I'm sorry, I'm saying the wrong word. It is called Tropical Chic product suite. Really caught my eye because of all of the tropical look to it, and it has the flowers that are in the paper. And I'll be showing you the paper here in just a little bit. And the projects that I'm going to be showing you tonight is actually going to be a class that I'm going to be offering in August. So if any of you want the class, you may buy the class in August, both face-to-face, online. My Thumb Gals, it'll probably be a class that I will be offering in September when I come back to all of you, which, yeah, I can't wait. So my ordering special that I have going on right now for tonight through Saturday at 8 p.m. is anyone who puts in a $30 order is going to get a package of the tropical elements for free. Okay, so just a $30 order and you get these for free. And I'll be showing these to you up close on the camera when I transition down to my stamping table. But I use these tropical elements on most of my cards tonight, and I just want to kind of, if you decide to buy the class from me, you would already have the little elements to be able to incorporate them on even more of the cards than what I did. So with that, I'm going to transition over to my stamping station, and I'm going to show you guys the cards that I prepared to show you tonight. So I will be right back with you momentarily. Okay. I want to also check my notes and make sure that I didn't forget to tell you guys anything. I'm feeling a little rusty tonight. I hope you guys can't tell that I'm rusty, but I'm feeling a little rusty from not being with you guys for a couple weeks. So hopefully that doesn't show too much, but I'm feeling it. I really am. Okay, let me make sure I get this tightened here, and then we'll be ready to start again. Okay, now I'm just going to take a little bit of time to get this positioned so you guys can see it. I know I'm down a little low, so bear with me. And I got to move these amazing stamps or ink pads out of the way that I showed you guys earlier. Okay, I think I'm pretty good right about there. So these are the cards that I want to share with you tonight. Again, this will be a class that I will be offering in my basement for any of my local customers during August. It will also be an online class that I will be offering, and it will be, I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit here for you guys, so bear with me here. Just a little bit. And it will also be available, so this is a class that any of you can get, okay? It's not just going to be limited to my class here in my basement. So any of you that want access to this class, you would be able to get access to this class. Hi, Cindy. I'm glad you're here tonight. Okay, so anyway, this is the Tropical Chic product suite. Aren't these cards beautiful, you guys? Can you tell that they're total Kim style cards? I think that you can kind of tell that they're total Kim style cards. Before I get into the cards, I'm going to actually move all of the cards out of the way, and I want to share with you the product suite in a little bit more detail. Now, unfortunately, I cannot share the framelits with you because my friend Jen, who does all of my cutting, she is my cutting elf. She appears here during the day when I'm not here. She cleans my house as well. She cleans houses for her profession. And she does all of my cutting. It's therapeutic to her. And I'm telling you, I have an army, you guys, that makes this work for me. And I thank and love them all tremendously, because there's no way I could do it without every single one of them. But she has the framelits because she's already cutting for this class. I work a good month and a half in advance. That's just how I work. So I am already designed through the month of August. So she's cutting my August classes as I speak. But this is the stamp set for the Tropical Chic stamp set. Now I'm going to actually show you guys some of the framelits though on the cards and explain them to you in a little bit more detail. And I may actually bring them up on the in the catalog a little bit as well. But I love it. It's so tropical looking. Also part of this product suite is some awesome designer series paper. And let me show you guys the paper. Now this paper, it comes in a 6x6 designer series paper stack. You get 48 pieces for $10 or $11. Sorry, the price of our paper went up just a little bit. It's still worth it to me. And you get tons of different designs with this paper. So I'm going to actually fan them all out here on my grid paper so you guys can see. So the side that I'm showing you first is most of the greens, and the greens in this are shaded spruce. It is our new Granny Apple Green, so they're both new greens. Basic black is in this, as well as Blushing Bride. So this first side is pretty much more of the neutrals of this paper stack. Where you get into the pretty color, you ready for this, you guys? I love it. Look at that beautiful array of paper. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous paper. Okay, so, and like I said, I knew that I would be designing with this product suite as soon as it came out, because I just loved it. Loved it. So this is a designer series paper that I've used. Part of the product suite also comes with a pack of cardstock. Now I don't have the cardstock here because I have all the cardstocks in my, I just own all the different colors. But for $8.50 you can get a, it's called a Tropical Escape cardstock pack. And it has 24 sheets in it, Blushing Bride, Granny Apple Green, and Shaded Spruce. So you could get that cardstock pack with this pack of paper, and you would be able to start making cards in a scrapbook layout or anything that you might like. Those of you in my scrapbook club, yes, you will be seeing a scrapbook layout with this, probably the month of September. I love this. So anyway, I love the paper. It also comes with some ribbon. Now the ribbon comes in Granny Apple Green and Gray Granite, and the ribbon is so pretty. Let me pull it out a little bit so you guys can kind of see it, how pretty it is. This ribbon is $7.50 for 10 yards. Again, a really good value. Love that ribbon. And then I also use, since Basic Black is in it, I use some of the Basic Black Baker's Twine. And now these are the tropical elements that I mentioned earlier in my Facebook Live. Anybody who puts in a $30 order now through Saturday, and this is my website, and there's my host code. Now my host code is on my website. If you go to kimsbasementbunch.com, right on the right-hand side is my hostess code. So anybody who puts in an order tonight will be getting, or tonight, or I should say through 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday, you're going to be getting a pack of these tropical elements for free, just for putting in that order. And okay, I got to show you guys this up close. That so looks like the flowers that I wear in my hair. So anyway, that's kind of why I'm giving away these elements, because I love them. It's so me. There's 20 pieces in here, so you have some that are flowers, you have some that are the little leaves, and I use these on most of my projects that I'm going to show you tonight in more detail. Okay, so that is the product suite. Now the stamp set and framelits you can get together as a bundle. Bundled together, the clear mount, that is $44. Now I'm going to bring in my catalog so that I can show you guys the framelits, and I apologize that I did not coordinate that very well with my friend Jen. Again, like I said, she's a little elf, and she just appears here and takes the stuff that she needs, and normally we coordinate a little bit better, so again, I apologize. But I'm going to bring this right in. So these are the framelits, and they coordinate with a bunch of the stamped images as well. And I'm going to show you in detail kind of what we did with, I'm sorry you guys, I had that kind of off a little bit, but I'm going to show you guys in detail on my cards some of the techniques and things that I've done, and we're going to go through them one by one so that you can kind of see what I've done. So this is card number 1. Let me make sure this comes in here first so you guys can all see it. Donna, I love this paper too. It is just so me. Okay, so this is card number 1, and so what I did, and let me kind of tell you guys how I design cards. I've had many people say to me, how do you start, Kim? Where do you get started? So anymore, I've been designing cards around a specific bundle, okay? So what I do is I grab all of the coordinating products. So I grabbed the 3 ink pads that go together. I grabbed everything that I've showed you, the ribbon, the stamp set, the elements that I'm going to be using, the cardstock colors, DSP, and I have it all sitting out right in front of me, because at that point I'm able to design multiple cards using the product without having to get up all the time and get more stuff. And I have found out that my customers really like it when I make cards using one product suite, because that way if they decide to buy that, they've got 5 samples of cards that they've made at my classes that they can just go home and duplicate. And that is the joy of this. Let me tell you, Kathy Grew, I'm not sure if Kathy's still watching, I know she was on a little bit earlier. She is one of my customers who religiously, if she is buying a product suite, she buys the entire product suite, because she then has everything that she needs to go home and stamp or create projects using that without having to wonder what's going to match, because she's bought everything. Now, she may not buy both of these ribbons. She may only buy the green. I just know Kathy. She'd probably buy the green over the gray granite, but she has everything that she needs then to create beautiful cards. So anyway, this card right here, and again, you're going to see that this is just stamped. I stamped directly onto the Whisper White using the stamp set, and again, the paper is going to coordinate. This right here, this little fig leaf is actually a framelit, and that I just cut out using the framelits. Now, one thing that Stampin' Up! Did with our framelits, and I love this, so you're going to see this light green framelit right here, or leaf. This light green one is cut out. It's a solid green one, and it's cut out with one of the framelits, and then this dark green is cut out and it fits right on top of it perfectly. This one is done the exact same way. So there's 2 framelits. It's cut out 2 different times, but they coordinate really well right on top of each other. This little one right here, what I did is there's 2 framelits in there that are the same size. I put one inside the other, and so what it did is it cut out and gave me just the edgelet right along there. Now this is just a stamped image, and I did all the cutting out, stamped, cut out, and I simply layered this together, added one of those pretty little tropical things there on the bottom. Isn't that cute? The next card I want to show you, and I'm going to actually show you guys a couple of techniques here. So this card, let me make sure I have it in here well for you. Oh, Kathy, you heard me. So Kathy heard me talking about her. It was all good, Kathy. So this is an actual framelit right here. Now let me tell you what Stampin' Up! Did. They are so amazing when it comes to this. So this framelit, you can see, I'm not sure you can see underneath my fingernail, it cuts this out perfectly. So I cut a piece of paper 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and it is the perfect size for cutting this out. And what's neat about that, let me bring in this card here too. What's neat about that is our paper comes, so this is part of the designer series paper. This paper comes 6 by 6. So I cut this into 3 by 3 squares. So I got 4 3 by 3 squares, no waste. This is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and it fits perfect on top of that 3 by 3 piece of paper. Stampin' Up!, I'm telling you, totally thought that one through. So you could put a piece of our designer series paper underneath this cutout, and with no waste. You just have to remember that this designer series paper is 3 by 3, and I know that if any of you have watched my videos, I've told you over and over again that each time you decrease in size, it's 1/4 of an inch. So I cut this piece out 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, put that die, and the die is that size, put it right on top, ran it through the Big Shot, and it cuts right out. Now you might be wondering, how in the world did she glue that on? I just put a couple of dimensionals on in these bigger areas, okay? So it's not completely on all 4 of those sides. It is just on in these great big areas. Hi Bonnie, I know, isn't this beautiful paper? So it is just on in those bigger areas right there. The rest of it is not glued down at all. This is also a stamp, part of the stamp that I showed you earlier, and I found myself using this leaf a lot, and so that is part of that, and I just cut it out with the Big Shot. How pretty is that? But what I want to show you guys on one of my cards is how I made these leaves right here. So I'm not sure if you can see, I'm not sure if you guys can see, these leaves have a little bit of a variegated look to them. Let me make sure I bring them in and you guys can see them really good. So this is a Blushing Bride with a little bit of a green around it. And this one looks like a 2-tone green. And what I want to show you is how I did that technique. And I'll show you what inspired me to even do that to begin with. If I'm going back to a piece of their paper, so I always kind of study their paper when I start doing my designing. I got to find the right one, guys, so bear with me, because there's one. Here it is. So this is the piece of paper that really inspired me to do that variegated look. Can you see how this one right here is like a 2-tone different color? I thought, oh, how pretty would that be to actually have a stamped image that looks like that? So what I want to share with you tonight, my big kind of technique, is to show you how you can do that with many different colors, so you can pick and choose whatever colors that you might want to do. But I have some scraps of white, and I would like to share that with you tonight, so that you can kind of see how I did that. So bear with me here. So this is my scrap of white. Here we go. Okay. And I'm going to do the first one with the Shaded Spruce and the Granny Apple Green, okay? So let me get these open. And you're always going to want to start with your lightest color. So in this case, the colors that I have, and again, I want to show you guys in case you've forgotten this tip, but look how you can see those, there's a spot for you to put those colors so you know which one is which. So it's perfect. So I'm going to start with the Granny Apple Green. Let me make sure you guys can see this good here. And I just got a little bit of ink on my hand. So guess what I am going to be getting out before I get started? I'm going to be getting out my Simply Chamois, because I love my Simply Chamois. I know most of you bought that if you came to my BOGO sale. And if you didn't, I'm going to encourage you to get it when you come for club or when I see you next, because it's an amazing thing. So make sure you guys all can see this good. Okay, so this is my my leaf that I'm going to start with. And I'm going to go into the lightest color first. So you always want to start with the lightest color before you do anything further. I'm just going to stamp into this light color like so. Okay, so I've got some of that light color ink on there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a sponge, and I may have not brought any sponges over here. Nope. Nicole is here, and Nicole to the rescue. Nicole, that whole big basket is full of sponges. Nicole's getting me a couple sponges. Bear with me, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, Nicole, they were right in front of my face. Anyway, they were here, you guys, the whole time, and I didn't know it. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take a sponge, and I'm going to sponge very lightly into the darker green, okay? And I kind of like to go on my paper to make sure that I don't get it too dark, but I still want to have a little bit of an image there, or a little bit of color, I should say. What you're going to do then is you are going to gently sponge in select spots on top of this green, okay? So that is why it's important to do the darker one last. And then what you're going to do, because this ink's been sitting here a little bit, I'm sure most of you have heard me say you have to huff on it. So you're just going to kind of blow on it. It re-moistens that very well. And then you're just going to stamp your leaf. Okay, now I didn't add a whole lot of green to it because I didn't want to get too much on it. So let's try it one more time. And I'm going to actually add a little bit more to it this time. So I'm just going to clean this off. So again, it's part of the experimenting. You can see a little bit of the dark green, but I'm going to actually add a little bit more. So part of it is the experimenting of adding the different color to it so that you get what you're looking for. Just sponging, sponging, sponging. There, can you see that a little bit more? I'm hoping you guys can see that. But that is how you get some variegated color to your leaves. Now I'm going to do one using the Granny Apple Green and the Blushing Bride, because that one you're going to be able to see a little bit more. Let me bring that in case you guys haven't been or can't see that very good. But you can see it's kind of got variegated color to it. And again, part of it is experimenting with your colors to see how much you want on that. So let me clean this off again with my Simply Chamois. So anybody who hasn't heard about this yet, it is a godsend. It's amazing for cleaning off your stamps. I love it. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same technique with the Blushing Bride. Now the Blushing Bride this time becomes my light color. So that's the old style stamp. I haven't replaced that one yet. So in this case, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go into this light Blushing Bride, and I'm going to ink that up really good. And then I am going to take a sponge, and I'm going to go into my green, and I'm going to just stamp some or sponge some green on top of this. And this one I'm kind of focusing on the outer edges more than I am anything else. Again, I'm going to do the little huffing technique. And I'm going to stamp. And voila. Look at how beautiful that is, you guys. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to make sure you guys can see this before I go on to my next little tip for you guys. But isn't that pretty? Very, very pretty. So that is how I created those leaves in different tones of green and different tones of the different Blushing Bride and green. Now everyone's going to look different because each time you do it, you apply the ink in different spots. So, you know, if you were to do this and you're thinking, oh, it doesn't, you don't like it, you can just do it again. But no two flowers are going to look the same. That's the neat thing. So let me bring my sample back in and I'll show you it again. So this is the one of the ones that I created using the green, and I stamped some of the green, sponged some of that green on there. And again, the one that I did with the pink is this one right here. Now this card, I didn't even add a greeting to it. Isn't that pretty, just for a regular all occasion card? So that one I did not even add a greeting to it. But isn't it pretty? Just love it, you guys. This makes it so simple when you have a coordinating product suite because you don't have to guess. You just kind of, I just picked paper that I liked and I went with it. So the final tip that I want to share with you tonight, and some of you that come to my class, you're already going to know this tip, so I'm sorry for you guys to hear it a second time. But so many times people say to me, oh my gosh, so you have this little leaf or this little flower, and I have to, you see, on most of my cards, I have the linen thread, and it looks like it's going right through those two holes. Now, could you take the time to actually put that, thread it through those holes? Absolutely. But do I do it that way? Absolutely not. So hi Janie. So let me show you guys my cheat method to doing this. So these are the kind of elements that I glue down with glue dots, okay? So I don't glue them down with anything other than a glue dot. Glue dots are perfect for those kinds of embellishments. And then what I do is I'm gonna get a piece of the linen thread. Linen thread I thought paired really nicely with this, and I am just gonna make a bow. So that's what I'm doing here. Just gonna make a bow, and I've been starting to really do a double bow, and all I do is I just double this over and tie both of them together at the same time. So I'm making a bow, and then I'm just gonna cut this off. Nicole, could you get me some glue dots, please? So nice to have somebody here, you guys, when I forget stuff. But then what I do is I just simply glue dot this onto the top of this button, and I glue dot it strategically so that it looks like I went through those circles even though I didn't. Now, would this be easy to thread? Oh yeah, see how easy that is? But I find it a little hard to be able to tie a bow on top of that, and I'm always looking for easy ways so that people aren't having to sit there and do something that's not natural for them, and this is just works for me. So then I line this up so that the two circles are horizontal, and I am just going to glue dot this down to there, and it covers up those little circles, and it looks like I went all the way through that embellishment, and I didn't. And then I would just take another glue dot, and I would glue dot this onto my card. And that is it. Isn't that awesome? So a nice little tip and trick there on that. So let me bring in my cards again to show you. Again, this is going to be a class that I will be offering to the month of August. I already have my July schedule posted. Most of you know I'm going to be gone for about 8 to 10 days. I will be in Alaska on an Alaskan cruise, and I'm just so thrilled, you guys. So excited. So I will not be doing Facebook Lives for the 2 weeks that I'm gone, and I hope that all of you will understand. I will still be doing my Terrific Tuesday videos because those I can post in advance, and you'll still see them on Tuesdays. It'll look like I'm not even gone. But my Thursday ones are going to be a little bit hard. I am going to be trying to go live from Alaska a couple times, even if it's just a quick touch base, say hi. You might be able to watch it later. You might not be able to watch it right away because of the time change. But I am going to be popping on there. I am going to be finding a way to pop on there to be able to say hi to all of you, because it's all of you who love what I love. And again, I do Stampin' Up because I love it. This is my passion. This is my fun job. I don't do this and go into this to earn trips and to make it a business. It is just, people ask me how I do it, and I just share what I love, and it pays me back. So anyway, so I get to go to Alaska with my family. This is the first time that we have actually bought the girls to come in. So my two girls are going to be going with us to Alaska, so it's not just Matt and I. So anyway, this will be my class again that I will be posting in August. My classes, for those of you that are local to the Mount Pleasant area, are always usually the third Monday of the month, starting at 3:30. And then I also have the fourth Monday, Tuesday, starting at 5:30. So one night a month, I start at 3:30. I leave work a little early to get home and in time for all of you to come over and craft with me. The other couple nights, I start at 5:30. But I always have 3 classes at least, sometimes 4, and they're all offered the exact same time or the exact same days. So you have 3 different options to come to these classes, okay? Those of you that are long distance, you have the same option as far as a kit. You can get a kit in the mail, and the cost of the kit is $25, or it's free with a $35 order. Okay, so even if you're long distance, all of my classes that I offer, there's a couple here and there that I can't offer long distance, but I try really hard to design them in a way that I can offer it to all of you so you can all stamp and have fun. But these cards are so me. They kind of define me, I think, a little bit. And so and pink's my favorite color. So I had to have a class centered around these cards. So anyway, again, if you are not part of my BOGO sale and you would like to be the BOGO sale I have online, please let me know. I'll get you the link to join that. It's going to run through the middle of August. My daughter-in-law, Nicole, will be running that for me while I'm gone. So if you see Nicole Ranke posting, that's who it is. She's been helping me with some of my online Facebook stuff, and she'll be keeping that going for me while I'm gone. And also, if you're interested in receiving that full stack of those ink pads that I showed you, I'm serious, you guys, it's an amazing opportunity to get stamp ink pads, $66 for free. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. So let me know if that's something that you're interested in. Again, it's no obligation. You do not have to purchase anything after that if you don't want to. And I will discuss the options with you if it's something that you're interested in. So with that, I thank you all for watching tonight. When I return next week, so I do have one more week with you before I go on vacation, I am going to be actually showcasing for you some tips on scrapbooking. I'm going to show you guys kind of what goes through my brain, which is kind of a scary thing, when I start doing scrapbooking, to kind of give you guys some ideas of elements that I use, how I decide what I'm going to use, how I incorporate Stampin' Up into scrapbooking, how I incorporate some of our stamped images into scrapbooking. So next week will be all about scrapbooking. So Scrapbook Club members, you're going to probably be seeing your next 2 layouts that you'll be doing for the month of August. So I'm sorry, you're going to get a sneak peek, but I've had a couple of requests for that, and I think it's a great idea. And so I will be showing you guys how I do that. and hopefully give you guys some tips and tricks and how you can kind of look at things differently in the catalog, or how you can look at cards and use those for inspiration ideas when you're designing scrapbook pages. So anyway, thank you all so very much for joining. Have a wonderful 4th of July weekend if you're celebrating this weekend. And stay cool. It's so hot out there. My basement is actually getting a little chilly, but I won't complain. So thank you all so much for joining in, and I will see you all right back here next Thursday at 7 p.m. Have a great evening. Bye, ladies.